Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Anniversary Tower update for part 2 of the Legends 7th anniversary. So we had part 1, which gave us 300 Chrono Crystals and 10 Sparking Summon tickets. Part 2 has had an update in which we have received a total of 14 new stages, and also have received, alongside that, an additional 500 Chrono Crystals. So it's a really good update. You'll also get anniversary medals and a ton of other great prizes. There are some missions involved, but they all correlate to the event stages. They do not correlate to the missions overall for anything else. So, Anniversary Tower Part 2, pretty important to beat. In terms of the Anniversary Tower itself, the new stages all start with first category, which is category units that benefit from the first anniversary onwards. This stage is the fourth one, so you'll see first fourth, then first fifth, then second fourth, etc. So each one has 2 new stages. Using auto select and the category requirement will work pretty much really well up until the first time you start to take on the 5th tag. Now the battles are obviously going to be relatively tough. I would say the 1st, 2nd and 3rd all the way up to the 4th are not so difficult, but there's definitely a jump up in difficulty when you take on the 5th battle. So I think there is definitely a jump. You also conversely have category requirements at every single stage. So you have a challenge at every stage to have limitations on your characters, whether that's just using the specific tag of 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th or 5th, 6th or 7th, or whether it's to be without certain types of characters. If you are looking to prepare for this event and you are struggling because you don't have enough characters, then there are a couple of things you do need to do. So first, I would say consider going to the Huzzah event and picking up whatever free-to-play characters you can to help assist you with filling out your roster. Secondly, I would suggest that most players consider grabbing generic gear from the Ultimate Equipment Team event to fill out your equip slots for a lot of your teams. Next, you need to consider your Zenkais. So making sure that you Zenkai your units where possible. Obviously this can be quite difficult, especially for new players, so make sure that you Zenkai only crucial damage dealing units that you need, and the same with arts boosting. Only arts boost Legends Limited or more powerful characters to help save on crucial resources. Finally, summon. A lot of these characters are characters you're only going to get via summoning. So making sure that you summon the characters and that you use up all of your tickets that the game is giving you and the tickets that you earn to gather characters to give yourself a better time is going to be crucial. This is going to enable you to get the stars you need to either Zenkai all the characters or to alternatively just have enough roster options to fill out the teams. Unfortunately, this is one of those events that does benefit veteran players due to the fact that we have a lot more characters Zenkai'd and boosted overall. In terms of everything else, that pretty much covers it. So I'm next going to talk about specific team builds to take on the 5th, 6th and 7th Battle 5s. So these team builds will specifically take on each of these. For example, I have the 5th Battle 5 and the team, and then I'll show you the 6th Battle 5 and then the 7th Battle 5. And I'll talk about tips and tricks during the course of these showcases. So if we take a look at the 5th battle, or 5th Battle 5, we clearly see I have a pretty strong team. I think what irritates people the most in this fight is going to be Ultra Gogeta, as he is going to give you a very, very, very difficult time because of the high levels of damage that he can do. Besides that, there isn't anything too crazy here. Vegeta is annoying, but you will cope with him. You can burst him down fairly easily. He doesn't avoid Rising Rush or anything. Gogeta, you just have to be mindful of blast attacks, and other than that, you should be okay. The 6th, Battle 5, is probably the most challenging one, largely due to my limited roster that I could select from, whilst trying to avoid some of the more crucial units, and then also because of the difficulty of trying to deal with the purple SS4 Gogeta. The entire 6th battle lineup is very difficult if you don't have the right roster. Gogeta will give you a lot of issues because of the fact that he can auto counter you into some of his bigger moves, which will give you a lot of issues because of the damage they can do. Omega Shenron is also equally challenging because of this, because he can very easily hit you with some very big damaging moves. And then 17 is quite annoying because of the preference to have ranged characters, so he can also give you some big problems. Overall, what I would say is this one probably took me the most attempts, with I think needing to do it like 6 or 7 times with this roster. You can very easily be burst down, so you have to rotate, be super careful with everything else that you do. The last battle is the 7th Battle 5, which honestly was not too hard to do. I found that it was fairly straightforward, and that there was very, very, very easy levels of handling of the units that you fight. Generally, none of them gave me any issues, and this free-to-play heavy team did a more than fine job. The previous 2 stages actually felt more devastating or harder to deal with than this one specifically. So if you were struggling with the previous ones, you can consider this one not too bad. There is high damage, you do have to worry about Vegeta's revival. Try to get rid of Goku before he goes Kaioken, because if Goku goes Kaioken, then you're generally going to have such a difficult time that you're probably not going to be able to defeat him very easily, or he's going to knock out 1 or 2 of your units with, I would say, fair ease. So it's definitely a challenge for you. My suggestion would be to obviously try your best to deal with that. But yeah, it is going to be pretty rough. But that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, as always, take care, stay safe, and if you need any more assistance or guidance, you can let me know. And go and get your 500 Chrono crystals. I'm sure you'll want them for the summons in part 2. But that's it from me. See you guys next time. Till then, take care and bye.